All right, we're just going to do a fun video talking about the history of Galaxy of Heroes and where the game is going and the state of the game right now and the possibility of new Star Wars games. I believe there's at least 2 new Star Wars games currently in development. And the reason why I kind of went down this road in this video is because a couple of my shard mates were looking at some of my old videos from back in 2016, and they were like, oh my God, I was in the video. And because we've all been the same shard for like 5 years now. And it's kind of fun, 4 or 5 years almost, right? And it was kind of fun to look back at like how the game has changed so much. There's a point in this video where I crit for 4,600 damage. And I get pretty excited about that. Okay, let's take a quick brief message from our sponsor first. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, a turn-based RPG done right. It's free to play and available not only on your mobile device, but also on PC. What I like about Raid is there's always something new coming out. You can play this game on your PC without using an emulator, and with artifacts, you can customize your character to get them optimized. Challenge yourself to your edge in ongoing tournaments. Compete against the entire Raid community while fighting in the Spider's Den, the Ice Golem's Peak, the Almighty Fire Knight, or the Notorious Dragon. And now in Raid Patch 1.15, you'll be able to compete in a brand new arena tournaments, earn points according to your tier, and win awesome rewards in the local and global tournament. So what are you waiting for? Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you're a new player, you will get 100,000 silver and 1 free champion, the Grumbler. But hurry, the rewards will only be available for the next 30 days, and all this treasure will be waiting for you here. Good luck, and I'll see you there. Okay, boy, I was just looking at the difference in the graphics. Even the game today now looks a lot better than it did back then. But here's the thing. Okay, so where is Galaxy of Heroes going? And I just want to say I don't think the game is going to end. It looks like the revenue is decent. You know, on April, it hit, what is that, 13 million. I do believe that through new characters and new progression systems, Capital Games will be continue to extort large sums of money from the top 1% of the spenders. And I don't know if that makes for a good playing experience for everybody else, but I'm sure we're going to get another round of Galactic Legends and all kinds of fun stuff. And so the question is, are they going to end the game, or are they coming out with a new game? And I very explicitly believe that they are not developing Capital Game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes 2. He explicitly says that. I like his socks, by the way. This guy matches socks. And all I've got is like Whale Harder shirt and Whale Harder socks. That's the best I can do with matching. This guy's got it down. But he talks about that his primary purpose was to develop a new game, and that it was not going to replace Galaxy of Heroes. And so what does that mean? And I want to go down 2 roads here. I do want to talk about some other Star Wars games that, in my opinion, are clearly in development. Zynga has been talking about a multi-year agreement with Disney to develop a new free-to-play mobile Star Wars game. And then even currently right now, they have available positions where they're hiring a new Star Wars manager to do something. Senior product manager, Star Wars IP. Now, the other thing is that there was a game in development by a different division of EA. I believe they were in Canada, in Northeast Canada somewhere, and this was a game called Star Wars Rise to Power, and it was very similar to that game Fleet Commander, Star Trek Fleet Commander. So it's what I would call a base builder game, like Game of War, Mobile Strike, that type of game. And this project was supposed to go out about the same time as Star Wars Commander, and I remember some of the beta testers was just like this not Star Wars Commander, the Star Trek Commander was just Fleet Commander was just a more polished game, and I guess they gave up on it. I actually think they're working on a variation of this game, because this is like a proven powerhouse monetization model where they can get, you know, some of these base builder games like Game of War, people spend like $1 million on it. There's even someone saying that they've spent $2 million on these base builder games. This seems perfect for EA. And I actually think that's what they're doing over there at Capital Games, is that they're working on a revamped version of this game right here. This one wasn't going well. They scrapped it. They started over. But the new Star Wars game, I believe, that's being under development is some sort of base builder type of game, similar to that of Rise to Power. And they have moved into a much bigger office. They went from this, Capital Games was acquired by EA, and it was called other things, and it's kind of grown, but it was in this office, and it's interesting. It seems like not only have they switched office, they've also switched all the key people. I don't even imagine that Capital Games has the same heart, the same soul as the game had 3, 4, 5 years ago. It's a probably entirely different landscape of not only people, but it's also in a much bigger building, and they are developing something, and I believe it's going to be Star Wars, because there's a huge gap right now in the games, what they're going to do with Star Wars. And I just want to give Galaxy of Heroes a little bit of credit, because EA, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes came out at the same time as Star Wars Battlefront. They came out at the same time. That game the Battlefront was abandoned by EA, and then Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out later, and then that game has also been abandoned by EA. So for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, it's basically outlasted two monstrous AAA Star Wars games that EA has put out, and they've moved on. So what do I think this game is happening right now? What I think is happening right now is that they're creating a game mode that will evolve as they continue to do what they do best, which is create progression systems and new characters. They're going to leave all those people in. We're always going to get new characters and new progression systems. They're going to do that. But the new game mode that they're going to develop is going to have some sort of component where it updates as our rosters grows, and it expands and it grows, and they won't have to mess with it. And then they'll be done. I mean, this game has been out for a minute, but this new game mode, I believe, is going to probably look at our save squads or our placements inside of Grand Arena, and then it'll modify them, and we'll have to play it in some sort of endless tower or some sort of tournament. And once they create it, it won't have to be updated like raids. I don't think they're going to build a new raid at all, because the raid has a shelf life. And I think what they want the most right now is to create a game mode similar to that of how like Grand Arena or the arena evolves as our roster evolves, where they don't have to update it or change it anymore. They just create the game mode. That game mode will update as our rosters update, and we'll continue to play it. And then they can do what they do best, which is create new packs, new progression systems, and more characters, and make the cost exponentially more expensive as time goes on, because they're going to buy into the existing player base sunk cost fallacy, where I've already spent so much time playing this game and I've invested so much money. My roster was just instantly devalued overnight because of a new progression system or a new character. Therefore, because I've spent so much money in the past, I'm going to have to keep up with it. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think we're going to get new graphics. I don't think there's a Galaxy Heroes 2. I fully expect we're going to get tons of new characters, tons of new packs, tons of new progression systems, relics, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, purple, 6.mods, 0.2.0, and so on. Maybe we'll even get red stars and blue stars in this game. Guarantee it. Because why not? It's not hard to build those things. It's hard to build new game modes. I think we've got one new game mode, and then the game, that's it. And we'll just get endless progressions until people stop spending. And, personally myself, I'm choosing to spend my time elsewhere. I'd primarily be playing Marvel Strike Force hardcore and spending lots of money over there. The game is just newer, looks better, more stuff to do. I feel that the game has a long-term future, and also I'm spending money over there. I feel like the game is going to be around a lot longer, a lot longer. And then I've also been playing Raid Shadow Legends casually. I'm not playing it competitively, but boy, going back and looking at these videos and how there was actual diversity in the arena, and how we could get it was just so different back then. And it was real fun to go back and watch these old videos where we played characters like Jedi Consular and Luminara and Darth Sidious and Poe. my goodness, it's been a good run. I have to say this game is amazing. It's just that there's all new people over there changing things. I don't think it has the same heart and soul anymore. So I'm on the outlook for new games myself. I'll keep playing this game as long as it's fun. But it seems like it took a turn for me. Very specifically took a turn for me when Jedi Knight Revan came out. Something changed. This game's soul changed when Jedi Knight Revan came out. Let me know what you think about this. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.